So hi, my name is Jaleese and this is Infinite Modesty Design. Of course, we are a Toronto sewing and fashion studio. We do teach kids and adult sewing classes. We do different sewing services and we are very happy to have you on board with us today. So now I would make another video. I did make a previous video before on how to make a face mask. That one was a different way. I did have a pattern. You should be able to get a link to my YouTube channel itself. And if you need the sewing pattern for the other masks, email me and I will send it right out to you. Now in this video, I realize not everyone may have the ability to print a sewing pattern or maybe have elastic. So in this video, I will show you two different ways of on how you could make the same face mask. So this you could have it by elastic, or you could actually use a tie string. All right. So first thing first is what you would need. So the measurement we have here, just want to make you see it here. We have 2 pieces of fabric, and of course it could be any piece of fabric. Just ensure that the area is cotton. Lining cotton is actually very good because it's even thinner and it's easier for you to breathe through. So the measurement here is about 9. So you could get about 9 inches. So 9 inches by 6 inches, roughly 9 by 6 inches. And you want to get at least 2 pieces, right? So that's first. Next, if you want to use elastic, you want to get at least 2 pieces of this elastic. I have one because I'm going to show you one side elastic and one side with the cord. So if you wanted to use the elastic, you want to get 2 pieces of elastic and it's about 7 inches in length, right? And then we want to have 2 pieces of cord. So the cord is about 18 inches in length. And the width itself, it's about 2.5. So 2.5 here, I have one here. So 2.5 is the width and the length is about 18 inches. Okay, and then you want to of course have your pin cushion. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do here now is I'm going to get my cord started, my cord all set up here. So what I've done is with the 2.5 inches here, what I've done is I've folded in half like this. So I'm hoping you're seeing that very well. So I fold it in half like this and then I iron it down, right? So once I iron it down, I have the crease in the middle. Then I open it up again and I take one end of the cord, bring it in here, right? And the other end of the cord, I bring it in here and I iron it down nicely. So that's how it is here. Once I've done that, then I take the both of them here now and I fold it in again, right? And when I fold it in again, then I have my nice little cord here. And for the end here now, I close in the end. So I'm just going to show you first what I did for the end here. So when I iron it down nicely, then I turn it right sides, touching the right sides, just like this, right? Just like this. And I just close it down, just right to the edge, like a 1/4 inch stitch, right to the edge. So I just close it down here. Right. So once I close it down here, so then I just turn it back. All right, so I just turn it, get all your extra, you turn it back like this. So once you turn it back like this, it's like this, and then you just shove this back down to the crease, and you're good to go. All right, just like this. So you're back in business. And then what you do here now, you go back on the machine, and you sew it down, right down to the very edge, right? So that's pretty much what I did here. See that? I sew it down. You can see the stitch here. Straight down, right down to the very edge. So let's get started. So I would take my elastic here now, and I want to make sure that my fabric is right sides touching the right sides. So this would be my wrong side. This would be my wrong side. My right side would itself, it would touch. So right sides touching right sides. I'm going to take my elastic now and put it right at the edge of this here. And I am going to pin it right here. And then I'll take the other end and I would do a little pin right here again, right? Then I would take my other piece and I would put it here So the piece I loop in here now, I'm just gonna take it out. The pin I loop in here, I'm just gonna take it out. And so in this case, my elastic is sandwiched between the two fabric and the pin. And again, I'll do the exact same thing here. So let's put it here, hold it down, take the pin out, and I sandwich it in here. If you're using the elastic, you would do the same thing on this end. On the other end, you would do the exact same thing with the elastic here. So the other end, I would not use elastic because I'm showing you the different ways on how to do it. So just to make sure that when you're doing it for yourself, you either use the cord or you use the elastic. So in this case here, I'm going to use the cord on this end to show you. It's pretty much the same step. It's just one itself is that I'm going to use two cords, or I am going to use two elastic. So I have this cord here and I have another cord here. So yeah, sorry, I have another cord here. All right, so in this case, I have my cord on this side, right? And my elastic on this side, right? So that's if you want to use, so if it's if you only using cord, then you would have four strings itself. You would have one here, one here, one here, and one here, okay? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this over like this. And I'm going to bring this over like this. And I'm going to sandwich them again in, right? So just to clarify, if you're using a cord or a tie string, you need at least four for each end. If you're using elastic, you need only two for each end. So I'm hoping I didn't confuse you in any way. And this as well, you could do this if you don't have a sewing machine. If you just have needle and thread, you could do this, of course, as well. So my cords here, if I have cord, I would do one cord, two cord, three cord, four cord. But in this case, again, I am using one side cord and one side elastic to show you how you could actually do it. Either way, we do need an opening for this. So what I would do, I would start right here. So I'll start right here and I'm going to put a pin. So you could see I have to leave a gap. So one pin here and one pin here, right? So this is the gap I leave here. So I would sew here, quarter filling stitch all the way around, and stop here, do my back stitch here. So back stitch and back stitch here, and this will be my opening. So what I'll do, I'll come right to the end and I'll do a back stitch here. Why? Because I have the cord there and I want that area to be really, really strong. And then I'll come back again. Then I'll take my pin out, lift up and turn. And I'll come down to the other end. Take up my pins. So you just have to be careful. Take your time, especially around the pin, because you don't want either the cord or the elastic to slip through. All right, so again, I'm going to do a back stitch. Why? Because I have the cord there or the elastic there. I want there to be a little bit stronger. All right, so come this way. Okay, I'm coming close. I'm just going to take my pin off here. And then I'm going to do a back stitch again. just to make sure that that area is very, very strong. And I'm coming this way. I'm coming up. There you go. I'll take out my pins here. And then I had it the other way. And then I'll do a back stitch again. Right, just because there's a cord there. So what I'm going to try to do moving forward, I'm going to try to see if I could bring some easy DIY videos as regular as I can. This may be the last video I'll do with mask. And I'll bring some easy videos that you could actually follow along, but I'll give you a heads up so maybe you could get the fabric beforehand and practice along. And some of the project I'll be showing you, you could also do that by hand. Like this, you could do it by hand. You just get a needle, you start the needle here and you sew all around, needle and thread, you sew all around if you don't have a machine, and then you stop here. So it doesn't always require a machine if you don't have a machine. If you're very good with your needle on your thread, or you don't even have to be very good, just string your needle because you need a mask. You don't have a machine to make a mask. Get your needle, get your thread, get some scrap fabric, and you're good to go. All right, so now we have a pocket opening here. So with this pocket opening here, we are going to turn nicely, and let's see if we get all our stitch nicely done. Hoping that we did. All right, so you see with the elastic now, if we have elastic here, like I mentioned again, it would be elastic on both sides, right? So I hope you understand that very well. So you would be pretty much finished with your elastic there. Then if you have your tie string, it would be 4 itself, right? So you put it pretty much the same way. It's just that, do I have elastic? Is elastic running out from the store, or do I decide I just want to put my tie string just to put a bow behind my head or something like this, right? So basically that's pretty much what it is here. Now what you would do, you could go ahead and iron this down nicely. Okay, so the last straw I have here now, what I would do is I will try to close in this here, but before I close it in, I could take some pins, right? So I hope you're seeing that. And I could just put it here so when I'm sewing, I don't really miss the two sides, right? But if you iron it down too, it actually helps you keep it down nice and tailored. Right, so I would close this. Right, so the final step now to make my mask look really massy. So now I'm going to fold my mask. So that's where the skills come in now. You want to fold it. You want to fold it in the same direction. You want to fold it at least 3 times. Right, so you fold it this way. So I'm going to just put something down here to kind of keep it this way down. And I'm going to put a pin here for the fold here. Okay, so here, that's my first fold. Right, then you're going to fold it again. Fold it again. This is such an easy project. Definitely do it again, like I mentioned, with needle and thread. You don't have to have a machine. If you don't have a machine, it's not a big deal. You could always try it on your own at home with needle and thread. Just follow the exact same procedure with needle and thread. It's as easy as pie. So I'm just putting the I'm just doing 3 little pleats. I'm not even strict with my pleats. Just want to make sure I get my pleats. And so I'm just going to put this here just for put's sake. Or you could take it out once everything is done. All right, so now I'm going to do a top stitch here, come here, cross over my stitch here, and I'm done. So let's get started. My back stitch. So I'm going to just go over the same stitch I closed earlier. Right, so I'm coming here to the end. I want you to see what I'm doing here. Okay, so I come here, come to the end, then I would turn and I would come down. I'll take my time. Because I have my pin too, so I'll be careful. Okay. Down this way. Take our time to come over our pin. Alright, just a little back stitch here. So if you want to make it a little bit stronger, you can always go over again. But always do another stitch to go over again. And yeah, you have your DIY face mask. So you could definitely go ahead and try it out. Okay. So that's it. So that's your mannequin here with the tie string, right? Or with your elastic there. See that? So again, if you want, I do have another video where you have to print a pattern out. I do have the link in the description here.